This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We are in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. We are live at the Staples Center, home of the Clippers. And, of course, Darrell Wright. Despite what he brought to this team in his absence, they've really taken off.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Bledsoe is out there with Freak, and it's Chandler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now Bledsoe following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. There's Freak. And Chandler throws it down.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Now here's Bledsoe following the shot by Chris Paul. Bledsoe kicks to Freak. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Freak.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Jordan with the screen on Bledsoe. The three from Morrow. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Bledsoe against Paul. The pass to Jordan. Crawford outside. For the three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. Bledsoe outside. And it's Freak missing. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And it's blocked, and they're able to recover. The Clippers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Right wing. Morris dishes to Freak. On the wing, Chandler. Bledsoe against Paul. Connects on the 9-footer. Bledsoe's got his first bucket of the night. Clippers trail by 4. And stolen by Freak. And now the Suns a fast break. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
LA's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Paul with the ball. A 20-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
Here's Bledsoe following the score by Jamal Crawford. Bledsoe passes to Morris. Chandler kicks to Morris. And Jordan sends it back. But they recover it. 3 on the clock. Morris with the bucket.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
And he gets it to go. 10 points for Freak.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Crawford, no one around him. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I caught them looking to score inside with the elite shot blocker and defender Tyson Chandler patrolling the paint. He said he was the Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. He's got length, mobility, toughness, and the want to. He brings effort and communication defensively, and you can't forget about him at the other end either. An improved shooter, and he can definitely finish. Kevin, a ton of respect for what Chandler brings to the table.
Thanks again, Doris. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Show you the teams that have shot the lights out during the last month. The Suns #1. Fourth, the Clippers.
What happened last year, forget what may happen the rest of this year. These guys have settled into a great shooting rhythm over the last month, and both teams hope it continues.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Hansbrough's checked in for Griffin. Andre Robertson comes in for Anthony Morrow. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Chris Paul. There's a screen by Hansbrough. Here's Redick. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Redick's got his first points in this one.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And Freak throws it down.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach is looking for something special from him. He's usually not their main option at the offensive end, but it looks like he's going to be today. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now, here's Redick. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans. And he gets it to go.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for DeAndre Jordan. Getting around 12 points a game, 15 rebounds, and just over 3 blocks. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
Here's Warren, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Clippers trail by 9. Here's Larkin. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans. Hansbrough misses.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And that one's good. Freak.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
To the paint, here's Hansbrough. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter. It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
The shot by Knight, no good. And Roberson kicks to Redick. Len grabs the board.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And a word from Chris Paul, who has a little something to say about the success of a very...
Blake, everything.
Of course, we know that Blake. He's checked in for the Clippers. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And the Suns here with a different look. Alex Len's checked in for Morris. Porter comes in for P.J. Tucker. Freaks checked in for Booker. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Brandon Knight. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Morrow in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And the wide open shot from Redick. shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists now in this one. Phoenix leading by 10. Here's Freak. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Paul dishes to Reddick. And it's Paul penetrating, so the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Roberson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Suns making a change here as well. Warren's checked in. Ahead, here's Griffin. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Shane Larkin's checked in for Chris Paul. Inside, Freak, powered down after the assist, led him into the lane.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle, spreading it around.
Here's Larkin, guarded by Bledsoe. Reddick for 3. The putback, and then Griffin with the dunk. For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against the Nuggets in Denver.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Here's Porter. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's Roberson. Offensive rebound. Jordan kicks to Roberson. A 3-pointer off the mark. Suns leading by 11. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He finished with 57 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
Pass to Bledsoe. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Bledsoe's got the lead up to 13 now for Phoenix.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Porter kicks to Bledsoe to the left wing. Here's the 3. And there's Porter on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his 8th assist here tonight. A dominating...
Doc, what?
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Let's get the ball inside. And what a tremendous game for Freak. He has 20 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Freak is out there at Bledsoe, and it's Chandler in at the center, filling out the middle. Griffin inside, covered by Morris.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Suns leading by 16. Bledsoe passes to Freak. Morris dishes to Freak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Suns have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Morris kicks it to Tucker. Suns moving the ball around. Bledsoe with it. And Crawford picks him up defensively. On, here we go. Crawford all alone. And the basket good. Crawford's got 9.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Morris passes to Freak. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Brandon Knight, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Doris Perkins, State Forest. Doris?
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Blake Griffin. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Knight kicks it to Tucker. He feeds it to Freak. Pass to Tucker. The dish to Freak. Morris outside. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Hansbrough's checked in. Ball against Knight. Hansbrough a screen on Knight. Paul outside. Pulls from the top of the key. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Freak's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
The Suns have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. That's good from Tucker. Booker, he's checked in for Freak. Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Hansbrough. Roberson comes in for Anthony Morrow. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Paul. And the Suns here with a different look. Alex Lenz checked in for Morris. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for P.J. Tucker. Freaks checked in for Booker. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Brandon Knight.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Here's Larkin. Nails the wide open jump shot. Suns leading by 15. Kicks it to Porter. 1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. Nice work there coming off the screen. 30 points for Freak.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Larkin kicks to Redick. He dishes it to Griffin. Puts up the baby hook. Len grabs the board. Len's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bledsoe kicks to Len. Beyond the arc. And it's Freak missing. Clippers trail by 18. Larkin dishes to Robertson. No good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Yeah, it was really simple. I mean, you look at the numbers, they did a better job of knocking down the free throws.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Chandler's shot, good.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hand.
Welcome back, fourth quarter one-sided show. LA's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Morrow in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Suns leading by 20. Knight kicks to Freak, shoots the 3. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got his 6th assist on the night.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Now here's Crawford. He's covered closely. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Morris.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Paul against Knight. Pass to Morris. From outside, off the mark. Here's Los Angeles now. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
And Tucker kicks to Morris. Fades back. Here's Freak. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Clippers trail by 21. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's stolen by Morris.
You got it.
Here's
Get the ball
Freak.
inside.
Phoenix, no good that time either. The Clippers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Paul kicks to Jordan. Crawford passes to Griffin. Stolen by Tucker.
You got it. Let's get
Here's
the ball
Knight.
inside.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Paul for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
The shot's good from Griffin. Griffin's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Crawford. Tucker can't get it to go.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Morrow dishes to Jordan. Paul kicks to Griffin. And that one hits back iron. Suns leading by 23. Knight with it. He's picked up by Paul. Here's Freak. Drills the three-pointer. Freak's got 38 points.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Jordan, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Knight kicks it to Tucker. He got right to the cup using that screen.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Here's Crawford. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And that's now 11 points for Crawford.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Dishes it to Morrow. Jacks up a 3, and he gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Phoenix. Suns leading by 21.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Feeds it to Freak. Takes a three. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's the screen. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
Chandler, you're the bastard freak. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against New Orleans. Paul dishes to Jordan. And Redick kicks to Griffin. Redick, a good look. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Inside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
And the Suns making a change here. Lenz checked in for Chandler. T.J. Warren comes in for Morris. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Booker in for Eric Bledsoe.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Suns.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini-series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
To the inside, it's intercepted. 34 seconds left in the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They set the screen. Here's Booker. Off the left rim and out.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Hansbrough, the pass to Redick. Misses in close. Now here's Porter. So it's the Suns winning easily here. A resounding victory for them.
Men amongst
and
boys
Greg
tonight.
in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly